Hi Shiva, this is Ataris from Khel. What are your overall thoughts on the Olympic Values Education Program and the Let's Move India campaign? And what do you think, how will it benefit in the future?
Well, first of all, the Let's Move India campaign is a fantastic campaign to take the movement of sports to the masses in India. We're looking forward to a healthy nation. We already have a young nation, and of course, Reliance Foundation is at the forefront of this initiative to bring the Olympics in India, both physically and in spirit also. And as our IOC member, Mrs. Ambani is leading this movement, and she's also in the IOC Olympic Values Education Commission, which is all about spreading the values of the games. And I think those are the building blocks for a larger sports culture in India. So the fact that this program reaches out to kids, young kids in schools in remote corners of the country, it kind of really spreads, the roots and then the movement of sports. So I'm proud to be part of this campaign.
And since you mentioned that it reaches the grassroots of the sports in India, so how do you think, since it's still young, it's not yet developed till now, so how do you think, how will it expand further?
Well, yes. So first of all, for sports, I mean, the basis of sport is that young kids should be allowed to have fun, should be allowed to express themselves in the field, should be allowed to make friends, and learn to interact, learn to socialize with people coming from different backgrounds. And this is what sport is. Sport is a field that you bring people from all walks of life, all over the world. Even at the highest level at the Olympics, we compete fiercely against other countries, but ultimately we do so in respect. And that is one of the basic Olympic values, right? The friendships that are created, the respect for each other, and the realization that through this respect, you're able to grow and improve yourself. And then there's the excellence, which means self-improvement, and we push each other to greater heights. So in a nutshell, that is what the Olympic Values Education Program is also about. And in this way, we are able to build not just a healthier country, but a country which is doing this for the right reasons, and people get to feel good about themselves and about the nation.
Yeah. And talking about the sport you play, you are the pioneer of Luge, especially in India. So how do you think that sport can improve in India, since it's not yet known to the crowd till now?
Yeah, well, we have a huge country. It's a subcontinent. There is no one rule fits all. Pockets of our country, there are people with diverse passions. There are so many sports that are coming up. Some are, relatively unknown, but in pockets you will find, that the passion for various sports is already there. Winter sports has a following all over North India. We have the Himalayan mountains, one of the best, natural conditions for this in the world. So it's bound to improve. And similarly, all the other new Olympic sports which we are seeing right now, which young people are going to, drive as a change. And so it's important that we give people the opportunity to excel in their passion, in their subject of choice, and we facilitate that. And I think that's what this movement is all about.
And talking about this movement, OVP and Let's Move India. So how will it improve Luge as a sport in India from the grassroots?
Well, from the grassroots, we need to build a base across all sports to promote physical literacy, because in the long-term development of an athlete, certain traits, certain physical characteristics, certain mental characteristics, they need to be inculcated at a young age. Okay, how do you move? How do you think tactically about a sport? How do you, interact with adversaries and with teammates on the field of play? So all these things benefit all sports. Luge, of course, being one of them. But this access to the sport field at an earlier age is what ignites the passion. And once the passion for sports is on, then you can work on the people. Then even later on in life, you can interest them in such activity. Then you can inspire them that, look, these are our heroes who won medals. Tomorrow, will it be you? And this is the message that we are trying to also, propagate.
And talking about the Paris Olympics that is about to start, so how do you think OVP and Let's Move India will help our children in the future to compete in such big tournaments?
Well, I think the Olympics is the highest stage for sports. It's a global stage. Everybody looks at each country is able to showcase itself over there. And so realizing that we are ambassadors of our nation in front of the world, it's not just what you do, but how you do it that people are looking at. If we want to win the respect of the world as a nation, we need to be out there and exemplify, the noble values, the respect for each other, not cheating, carrying yourself with pride, how you're representing your country. And these are important lessons that are also, brought up at such a world stage. And of course, no doubt our team will do well. Sports movement in India has been growing considerably over the past few years. Government has been doing so much for sports from grassroots to elite. So many private organizations, foundations. We've really seen the Reliance Foundation here today, doing so much to work at all levels, from the grassroots to the highest level, and so much support is being given to athletes from the Indian Olympic Association going into the Olympics. You have sports science, you have sports medicine, you have welfare officers. So it's kind of a new era for sports in India, which we are witnessing. We're right in the middle of it right now.
And just the last question, any words for the athletes competing in the Paris Olympics?
Well, my message to the athletes is that we're already proud of you. You've already reached the highest stage in the world. Just do your best, trust in your training, and that will shine through. And it's a continuous journey. Yeah. Even if you win, you always can do better. You can always, it's a battle against yourself. So think of it in those terms. Of course, we'd like to see you bring back all the laurels to India, but do so with pride and do so with honor. That's the most important thing.
Thank you.